Hi everyone. Got a little confession to make. I've got to tell you about a secret I've been keeping. Something secretly I've been doing every so often when no one's watching.
Sometimes I do it early in the morning before anyone else is up.
And when I'm taking a break at work. In the car when I got to pick the kids up. Sometimes when I'm out for an evening walk. Sometimes while I'm waiting for my computer to finish updating. And that secret something is Football Manager Mobile. It is something I was playing a bit last year. Like I said in the intro video there, just using little free bits of time to play a few matches here and there. This year I thought we'd do a quick first look, just like we did first look at the beta when that was released for the full game. We'll do a quick look here. Now I am recording this in the field. I'm doing this authentically, so I'm currently on a quick break at work and thought I'd record the first look video. So if there is any background noise from the traffic outside or something like that, please excuse it. You might have just heard a door closing there. So we're just going to have a quick look at the mobile game. Now, obviously, this is quite stripped back compared to the full game, but I think this year there have been quite a few new features added, which we're going to take a look at. So we're just going to set up a new game here. Now, I've already had a little look, obviously, set up my manager profile and stuff. So you've got three options to play here. You've got a career. Now, the big difference between the mobile version and the full game is you're a little bit restricted. You can only choose a maximum of 4 leagues, and you can run a save for 30 seasons, so there's a time limit on it. I mean, it's plenty of time. I've never reached 30 seasons in one of these saves, but there are those restrictions on it, I think, because it would just get too big for your phone's memory to handle. There are also challenges, so if you like a short-term game, obviously there are challenges available for the main game as well, but we've got some built-in ones here. The Saviour cometh, so you're taking over the team halfway through the season, have to save them from relegation. We've got injury crisis, unrest at home where the club, you're unpopular, the dynamics are all off and you've got to turn it around. We've got the Invincibles, you come in near the end of the season and you've got to complete the unbeaten run. Others are available, but you see here the little padlock has come up. Some of these you do have to pay for, so there are some in-game purchases. I mean, personally, I've never made any of those purchases. There are some things you can either pay to unlock or unlock through gameplay. There are other things you have to pay for. Or you can do My Club, so same as Create a Club in the main game. But we're going to go for Career. So we're just going to confirm. You see the options here. Enhanced Match Engine. So I'm recording this on a Samsung Galaxy S8. I've had it for a few years now, but it's still fine for running the Enhanced Match Engine. Obviously older smartphones or kind of ones with lower processing power and so on wouldn't be able to use the Enhanced Match Engine. You've got the option to use fake players, attribute masking, budgets on or off in the first window. You see on the unlockable side, some of those there have that trolley icon next to them, so obviously in-game editor and things like having a sugar daddy available, being unsackable, you have to pay for those. But the other things, abolish transfer windows, remove loan restrictions, abolish work permits, you can unlock those through your gameplay. I mean, I never bother with those because this is something I think, I want a kind of semi-realistic experience. I don't want to have the rules changed for me. Reputation, we can choose from 3 options. Household name, normal reputation, or complete unknown. We're just going to go with normal for now. This is where perhaps the biggest difference is and the thing that's going to get the most attention on the game. There are new leagues available this year. 3 have been added to the game, and they expand the game universe quite a bit. Previously, we had all these European leagues, and then we had some Asian options, China, South Korea, Australia, Asian for the purposes of Football Manager, of course, but beyond that, we just had the USA as the sole North American, no South American teams, no leagues, no African leagues. We still don't have African leagues, but now we do have Argentina. Argentina, rest in peace Diego Maradona. Argentina are now featured in Football Manager Mobile. Mexico and Canada have also been added to increase the North American options. So that means now it is possible to do a bit of a journeyman save where you could go in pursuit of titles on 4 different continents. So we could have Argentina, one of the North American teams, one of the Asian leagues and one of the European leagues, and kind of do a journeyman like that. So a square challenge rather than a pentagon. Previously, we could only do a triangle challenge, of course. So we're just going to go for England now for a quick first look. Like I said, my first look in the beta, we just jumped in, took over Manchester United. You see, we can go all the way down to the Vanarama North or South. We're just going to leave it with the 4 divisions for now. We'll just confirm that, and we'll pick our new team to start with. Much like the main game, I think the smoothness and the speed is much better compared to previous versions. Now, in my beta first look, we did Manchester United, so this time we'll take over Liverpool. So, game start date, obviously we've only selected one league. If we'd selected multiple leagues, we would have a choice of different dates to choose from. We just get an overview of our manager, and then we get straight into the game. We're just going to have a look at the screens, the layout, look at anything that's changed, and we'll probably just end up playing one quick match. So that was all fairly quick. I did edit a bit out, but it only took about 10 seconds to set everything up. So there we get the news item, my nice silhouetted face. Not my hair though, that's for sure. And then we get into our news items. See, because we chose normal reputation rather than continental, some of the players, particularly Virgil van Dijk, are not happy with my appointment. They'll learn. We get team report, so similar to the main game. Board expectations. The board's got faith in me. That's good. 155 million to spend. Do I want to choose a new captain? No, we don't need to do that. We're just happy with what we've got. And then we get a reminder about upcoming fixtures. So the inbox, much like in the main game, that's your kind of main hub in mobile. And then we get this kind of overview, the homepage, where we get a look at upcoming fixtures, next match, the league, some player stats, and just to keep track of the competition, we get the board confidence. So that's all there as an easy overview. Then we can move on to the club. We can look at the squads here. We can look at the tactics, get a team report, get all our information, finances, staff, get our full overview of the club here. So this is the kind of overview of the squad. If we click on Mr. Unhappy, Virgil van Dijk, we get the player overview, and we can see all of his details, all of his stats, obviously. He's one of the best players at the club, one of the best players in the world. So you've got all those greens in all the key areas. Now, if we go back here, we've got the reserve squad. Tactics-wise, we get that overview that we get in the main game as well. So you can start out with a particular style of play or a clean slate and build your tactic from there. Interestingly, gegenpress is not the top one for Liverpool. We've got tiki-taka, vertical tiki-taka, control possession. We'll go with vertical tiki-taka, dominate possession, relentless pressing. Good, that's all nice. We can choose from the formations. Again, it makes recommendations for us based on the players we've got. Let's try something. Let's try this 4-1-2-2-1. This is, pretty much one of the formations I normally play in the game. So just like the Liverpool team, we've got those inside forwards up there and so on. One new thing here, we got this relationships tab. So when we click on that, we can see those links. Good to see Alisson has got good relationships with 3 out of his 4 defenders. Good. And Van Dijk's built up a playing partnership with Alexander-Arnold. Salah and Origi are the same. So that's an interesting addition. In terms of shape here, we can make some adjustments to the tactics. So this is quite an attacking one. It's got some of the old language I remember from the main game when it used to have control and things like that, but now it's positive attacking, very attacking. We've got here control and overload, width, tempo, all those things we can set, and then we can look at the defensive line. We can make adjustments there. I mean, obviously Liverpool playing quite a high defensive line. We want to keep that. We want to keep that closing down all over. I never like cautious tackling. We'll go normal. I won't get them to jump into committed just yet. Then our attacking options, we're looking for overlap. We want to work the ball into the box, play those through balls and so on. And here we can click on the zones of the pitch, like who do we want to take our penalty kicks, who do we want taking our corners, who do we want taking our free kicks from various positions. So it does give you quite a few options here. Also, a kind of limited training. We can pick what we want our players to be doing, so train them for certain roles. I mean, at the moment, I'm not going to delve into this too much because, you know, this is just a quick first look, but you can retrain them into different roles to suit your tactic. Then we come to the manager screen. So here we've got different options for setting things up. Obviously here we can delegate things to our assistants, to members of our staff. And we can get an update on board confidence, manager profile. We can check those out in our history. Trophy cabinet is a nice one. So an easy overview of what you've achieved in your career. Obviously not Liverpool's trophy cabinet, but my personal trophy cabinet. And we get the option to holiday through. We can make requests of the board. Sorry, just clicked on the wrong thing and clicked on the wrong thing again. So we can make requests of the board. We get that option to talk to them. What do we want them to do? We want better stadium, we want improvements to facilities, and so on. And finally, we get our world overview, so we can look at other leagues that are loaded. Obviously, I didn't load any others at this time. We can keep track of what's going on continentally and internationally as well. And finally, the search button. So here we can set up our scouting, search for players, search for staff, search for jobs too. We've got the jobs page here. We've also got a scouting agency, which I guess is kind of reflecting the agent feature in the main game. So overall, you can see it's all kind of nicely, slickly put together. A few new features this year. I particularly like seeing those player relationships, and the tactic options just seem to be that little bit more in depth. I like the way you can pick the zones to do your set pieces and so on. But we're going to have a look at the gameplay next, so I'll be back in a moment with Liverpool playing Arsenal in the Charity Shield. Okay, so we're back. We've played for a couple of friendlies. You see there, we got a draw with Real Madrid. We stuffed Bournemouth 4-1, and now we're going to take on Arsenal. We're going to try and win a trophy on this first look as well. So a cagey tactical battle is expected. All right, so here we are. We're back looking at the Community Shield now with Arsenal. We're going to try and win a trophy on this first look. So you see there, we got a draw with Real Madrid, and we beat Bournemouth quite easily. Now we've got to get ready for the Community Shield. But first, I've got to sort out some admin. So here we go. We're all set up for the Community Shield to be played at Wembley. First, though, I should make sure I've got the players that I want picked. Okay, so you see there the relationships. It's like a spider's web built up. So we're going with Alisson in goal, Van Dijk, Gomez. We've got Williams and Robertson in those full-back roles. Alexander-Arnold, Henderson, Thiago, Mane, Salah, and Roberto Firmino. They're all coming in. That's a pretty powerful team. Let's see what we can do. So we kind of get this match overview screen here, get a look at the lineups, and then we get some kind of preview. This is all nicely building into the game, and then we can get started. Now you'll see this is great for fans of the classic Football Manager games. It's like the old 2D dots. It's amazing to think that this is kind of what I remember Championship Manager 4 or Football Manager 2005 looking like. And here it is on my mobile phone, which is absolutely fantastic. We're playing in the blue, of course, I should say, before I get too excited about the Reds attacking. Mane with a great run there. And Henderson deep. No, we don't get anything. So it's all pretty fast-paced, it has to be said. But it is smooth. This match engine is smooth. Obviously, it will depend a little bit on the phone that you've got. But Arsenal going close there. We get to half-time, 0-0. I mean, we haven't had any shots somehow. Obviously, I need to tweak that tactic a bit more. It seems we're struggling with decent stuff on possession, though. We've restricted them. Pretty boring game so far, it has to be said. Obviously, no team talks or anything like that. We just get straight into the second half. I mean, this is one thing I love with Football Manager Mobile, is you do have that ability to just whip through a season really fast. Games take 2 or 3 minutes sometimes, and then, you know, you're on, and the processing between fixtures is also very quick. That's our first chance there. Good play from the Liverpool boys. We've had 3 shots now, all on target, even though there wasn't a half-time team talk. Okay, we've got a highlight here, and then we're going to look at making some substitutions. We've scored the goal. It's Roberto Firmino giving us the lead. 15 minutes to play. It's all working out nicely. We get the replay. Lovely stuff. Okay, we've come to the substitution screen, so it's very much tactics overview, and we can just drag and drop players that we want to come in or out. So Just having a look at it, I mean, we get the ratings. We don't get that breakdown that you would get in the main game. It's just a straightforward number out of 10. So we can see Henderson, Mane, Salah, they're not having the best of games. Obviously, Firmino's got the goal. So I'm thinking we're going to bring on that player I can never pronounce, Wijnaldum. Correct me if I'm wrong. We'll bring him on for Henderson, and we're going to bring on Jota for Mane. I can't bring myself to take Mohamed Salah off. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Can we close this out and win this Community Shield? We're getting a highlight straight from kickoff. Arsenal looking for a quick response. Good to see my players crunching in with the tackle there. Let's see what we can do. We're into the final couple of minutes. Oh, a dangerous position for the free kick, but Arsenal gets tipped round by the keeper. We can make the clearance. Good stuff. We've got the break. Run it into the corner, Salah. Run it into the corner. No, he tries to play it in. We're into stoppage time. 3 minutes left. Arsenal really coming at us now. Roberto Firmino looking to pick the gap. Shoots just over. He could have sealed it there. Come on, boys. We're just a short distance away from picking up a trophy, which will be great for a very brief first look video. By the way, I don't really have any plans to make a series with Football Manager Mobile, but, oh yes, I've got an achievement for that as well. Make sure you keep it polished. Don't worry. I will. Yeah, so if you would be interested in a Football Manager Mobile series, let me know. Could be something different, something quick. We could do like one video a week. One thing I'm thinking is I could go for 4 leagues, 4 different continents. We try to win a league in each of the continents, and we just do it like a journeyman, and we can just do it like, you know, 1 episode a week and just try to blast through a season a week. That could be an option for doing a Football Manager Mobile series if you're interested. If not, never mind. Anyway, that was our first look at it. There you go. We get a nice news item that we've won the Community Shield in the daily news. Absolutely fantastic. I do like that graphical touch. And yeah, there we go. That's a look at the game. So do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have purchased the game yourself, let me know down in the comments what you think about it. If you're thinking about purchasing it or you don't like the look of it, just tell me what you think of the game. Is it something that you have played in the past? Is it something that you think you're likely to play? But for now, thank you very much for watching. Please hit that thumbs up button if you've enjoyed today's video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We've got a lot of exciting content coming up, and we'll be starting a main save series soon. That's going to be with Santa Clara in Portugal. There's an intro video for that coming over the weekend. We've got lots of guides coming up. We're looking at international management. We're looking at youth academies. We're looking at ways to get into the game. Lots of things, challenges, clubs you can manage, all that kind of content coming up. We're going for something a bit different this year. Maybe Football Manager Mobile will become part of that. We will see. But thank you very much for watching. I'm Dodgy Gamer, and I'll see you again soon.